Do you want more podcast downloads? Today, we're going to be helping you grow your podcast the right way. Let's get into it. So this question comes from Mark Newsom, an awesome member of the Podcast Savant membership community. And listen, by the way, if you're not a part of a membership community where you're getting support, you're getting promotion, you're getting resources and skills and worksheets and accountability, you need to be part of one. Because honestly, if you don't have the infrastructure, I just don't see any way that your podcast can grow. You can do it the hard way, you can do it the fun way with other people. So I'm putting a link below. I want you to check this out. It's only like $25 to sign up for the initial sign up. And I think that you'll be impressed and surprised at the value you get. Try us out for a month. Okay, cool. So let's get to Mark Newsom's question. So Mark says, Mark, given what you know about strategically growing your podcast's visibility, what are a couple practical strategies that you would recommend? What's something that I can implement either daily or at least once a week? All right, cool. Mark, this is an awesome question. So I'm going to give you a few different ways that have worked for me in the past and some different things that I'm starting to lean into now as of March of 2022. So I will just say that the biggest download spikes that I have ever gotten were when I had my show promoted on someone else's podcast, either through a Swapcast or when I was a guest on someone's podcast. That is when I have gotten the most downloads. Okay. So find ways to swap on other people's podcasts, to be on their show and vice versa. Find ways to be on other people's podcasts. I think that, at least in my experience, anecdotally, this has been the best way to get downloads. Now, there's different ways that you can find guests, but I'll just give a shout out to Alex Sanfilippo. He was a guest on the podcast a few weeks ago, and he runs a site called Podmatch. Podmatch is a free way to start finding people that are looking for guests, and you can start collaborating and swapping. And the more podcasts you swap on, the better. Because, this is the bottom line. If you want to get more downloads on your podcast, you need more people to understand where it is. People need to understand the problem that they have that will be solved by listening to your podcast. You need to get your voice out there as many places as quickly as possible and consistently. Okay. So put your voice out there. Swapcasts, great way to get it out there. Now, social media is, I think, where everybody naturally goes to. I need more content on social media, more content on social media. And I don't disagree with that. However, social media has become pretty saturated with just junk posts. And I've noticed this too. I noticed that my posts, a lot of posts don't get that much engagement, but the posts that do get engagement are posts where it's real and rugged me. It's not just like a postcard of, this is me, this is my guest, listen to the episode. I found that that's just not very effective. I think that it's a good idea to do that to an extent because at least drives awareness. People are aware that you're out there. It keeps you top of mind, but it's just not going to give you a lot of downloads on your podcast, I don't think. However, if you are looking for something that you can do daily or maybe a few times a week, I would recommend that you're either leveraging Instagram Reels or TikTok short videos. Now, listen, you can't be everywhere at once. That will just, it'll explode your brain. You can really only focus on one short engaging platform and one long form platform, your podcast. So take your podcast and really focus on one short form social media platform. That's my recommendation, unless you have a team like I do behind the scenes that helps. But find a platform and start recording short videos that explain the problem and then explain your solution. Problem, solution, problem, solution. And as you're helping people solve their problems, they're going to want more because 15 seconds is just a taste. That's a free sample. You really want people to listen to your whole show. So if you are looking at leveraging social media, try leveraging Instagram Reels or TikTok short videos. I think that those are going to be the best places to get engagement right now. I don't want to leave LinkedIn out because I love LinkedIn. I think that you can develop some of the most important relationships on LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, I believe that carousels are king. Sliders are the king. And what we're talking about there on LinkedIn is going to be a series of maybe 8 to 10 documents or images that bring people along. And the way that you want to format these is with a hook at the very beginning, something that makes people stop the scroll. It's like a slap in the face, something that makes someone stop. Then you want to go into a few different slides about the problem, explaining why they want to fix it, developing interest. And then at slide, 6, 7, or 8, then you come in with the solutions. So again, hooking them in, explaining the problem, and then explaining why it's going to be great when they solve it, and then giving them some solutions to solve that problem. And at the very end, you come in hot with that call to action. Click the link to listen to my podcast. So these are the ways that I would leverage social media, and the ways that I am leveraging social media to try to grow audience, to try to grow downloads. That's what you want to do. And then my last tip here is to speak on stages. Shoot your shot. Reach out to conferences that has your audience there. Not only are you going to get opportunities to speak on more stages to develop your public speaking, you're going to be speaking to a new audience. In some cases, you might even get paid. At the very least, you can get a free membership or a free ticket to go to that event. So speak on stages. These are my tips, Mark. Go out and crush it. Keep taking action. And if you have not yet, hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the algorithm. I'll catch you next time on the show. Peace.